Harry Maguire to stay at Manchester United.
Yeah, it's not definite, but Erik Ten Hag, we're told, has assured Maguire that he doesn't necessarily want him to leave the football club, despite the fact that Bruno Fernandes has in the last few minutes been named as the new Manchester United captain. Maguire having been stripped of the armband, I think most people saw that as a pretty clear indicator that Ten Hag was trying to move Maguire on. I think Maguire's going to take pre-season, maybe see how the season starts, whether he gets any minutes, and then we'll make a decision. There is interest. Certainly West Ham have been in contact. Newcastle keeping tabs as well. We know that Mauricio Pochettino and Chelsea are admirers of Maguire, and I've been told regularly that actually don't rule out Serie A, don't rule out Maguire following Chris Smalling and trying to rebuild his career there. But as it stands, he's certainly not forcing his way out of United.
Can I ask one question? What I don't get, right, we've been talking about Harry Kane. Let's just say his value is £90 million, right? And my understanding is he'd like to stay in this country, Harry Maguire, rather than move to Germany, okay?
Harry Kane. Yeah,
Harry Kane. Yeah. Why? Man United have only got about £40 million supposedly left. They had 150 million there or thereabouts in this window for financial fair play. Why are they not looking at selling Maguire for £40 million, selling Martial for 25, selling McTominay for 20, and then getting all this money into, like Chelsea, just let everyone go for crazy money? Why are Man United not looking to fund the Harry Kane deal?
Well, you'll know as well as anyone that Manchester United, as well as not being brilliant buyers in the transfer market in some windows of late, they've certainly not been great sellers either. And I think the interest in Maguire they have had so far is by way of a loan move to West Ham. So that doesn't really solve the issue, certainly not with FFP. It just kicks the can down the road a bit. I think Anthony Martial is on mega money, got a year left on his contract. So realistically, is he going to get the same riches elsewhere? Is anyone going to pay a substantial transfer fee for him? Probably not. And the Harry Kane conundrum is that Manchester United know that Daniel Levy won't sell to a Premier League rival, so they would be wasting their time. And I'm actually encouraged. I mean, you look back to a year ago and the Frenkie de Jong saga, chasing a player that realistically you're not going to get. I think it's just a waste of everybody's time. So I'm actually pleased they've not done that from a Manchester United perspective.
Yeah, Crook, Man City, some key players gone already. I'm rumouring that there's going to be more key players going, and they want to keep Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, there's interest. Certainly Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique, the new manager, would like to sign him. There's long-standing interest from Barcelona. And I think even a year ago, Bernardo Silva was quite open for moving on, open for a new challenge. He actually started quite a lot of games for City last season as they won the treble. And obviously, they're going to lose Riyad Mahrez to Saudi Arabia. They've lost Gundogan already. Every chance that Kyle Walker ends up at Bayern Munich. So this is a player that I think in an ideal world they'd like to keep. He's got 2 years left on his contract. If they can, they'd like him to sign an extension. If they do have to sell him, I think it's going to take big money. You're talking 70, 80 million pounds now to let Bernardo Silva go.
Yeah, but they're going to need to get some players in soon because, like I said, they've lost some key players. Gundogan and now maybe Kyle Walker. Mahrez gone to Saudi. There's some, valuable players.
Yeah, I was looking at the squad. It does look a little bit light, especially when you think someone like Cole Palmer had a brilliant summer with the under-21s, but realistically, is he going to go straight into a treble-winning Manchester City team? Probably not. Rico Lewis, I think, will get minutes next season. We know that Pep's a big fan of him. Kovacic is in. They want Guardiola, although at the moment, no fee agreed with Leipzig. So, yeah, a bit of work to do for City, I think, as we sit here now.
Are they in a relegation battle? Is that what you're saying? From one Silva to another, Marco Silva, when we came on air, there were reports suggesting that he might move to Saudi for... I couldn't really work out. Is it 40 million in total of wages or 40? What was the deal there?
40 million 2-year contract is the
20,
offer
20
on the
million
table.
a year.
Yeah, and we've been talking about this.
Sorry, £20 million a year. He's going to get paid
to go to Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
So what's he on now? Well,
he's got a £6 million release clause in his Fulham contract, and usually those release clauses equate basically to a year's salary. So do the maths.
I was told that Steven Gerrard on 15.2 million is the fourth highest paid manager in the world. So £20 million a year for Marco Silva.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get who's in charge of whoever comes up with the numbers. Like with Jordan Henderson, 700 grand a week. Someone needs to go next to that person and go, you'll get him for 600.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
£20 million a year for Marco Silva.
It's bizarre, but it's a worrying situation for Fulham, and it might explain why Alexander Mitrovic is being so bullish, trying to force his way out the football club if he's got word that the manager could well be following the same path to Saudi Arabia. They've been trying to tie him down to a new contract, Fulham. That hasn't happened. He's only got a year left. He's got a release clause anyway. And from what I'm being told this afternoon, conversations that I'm having, Fulham almost resigned to losing their manager. And actually, we're already starting to hear potential replacements for Marco Silva. The name in the frame by all accounts is Javier Pereira. He was at Fulham before. He's been assistant manager. He was right-hand man at one stage to Tony Khan. They have a good relationship. Manager of Shanghai Port. They are top of the Chinese league, but it's a big step up, isn't it, to the Premier League, if that is the direction of travel.
I sort of feel, bar maybe Pep and Klopp and maybe a few other, £20 million, they can get anyone on the planet, can't they? For £20 million a year?
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.